Storytime. The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Night of the wedding, lights go out. Boom. Lights go back on. Somebody comes in. There's been a murder. We have Evie and Freddie. They are the people who own this gorgeous manor house on this island off the coast of Ireland. We have the bride, Jules. She owns a magazine. Everything needs to be perfect. Then we have the groom, Will. Super good looking, host of this TV show called Survive the Night, where he gets tied up and blindfolded in the middle of the wilderness and has to get back to safety. Then our next character is Olivia. She is Jules' sister. She met a guy a few years ago named Steven. Steven was older, like this whirlwind romance, and she decided to take him to one of Jules' fancy magazine parties to like prove herself to him, but she drank too much and was a mess, so Steven put her in a cab, and then he ghosted her after that, so she's so heartbroken. Then we have Jono, who is the best man. He went to school with Will. They went to one of these super posh preppy schools. His other groomsmen are the other guys who went to school with them, and they are just the absolute worst. Now, Will and Jono were at school, and they used to play a game called Survive the Night. So that's where the idea for Will's TV show came from. They would take first years and tie them up, blindfold them, and put them in the woods to see if they would be back at school in the morning or not. Just the worst of the worst. And one of the first years didn't survive the night. They said it was a freak accident. Awful. The wedding goes off without a hitch. Evie, the host, is doing such a great job. Jono, the best man, is talking to Will's producer. We find out that he auditioned for the show as well to be the lead, and he always thought he was rejected for the role. Well, it turns out the producer is like, man, I really wish we would have had you on there. Will's great, but I would have had you. So we now know that Will took the job behind Jono's back and told Jono that he didn't get the job when he really did. So Jono's pretty pissed. Best man speech comes. He says, Will, oh, you're the best mate. For old time's sake, we should try that game again. And they take Will, they blindfold him, tie him up, all laughs, put him outside. And Will's like, haha, this is funny, guys, but come on, it's my wedding, like, let's be done. All the groomsmen go back up, and Jono says, I know what you did, I know that you lied, you've always been that way, you've always been a liar. When we were kids and we took that first year out, we always took the same path to the woods, and you wanted to go to the caves that night, and you are the reason that boy's gone. And Will says, no, I'm not, it was just a freak accident. And Jono says, no, I've had guilt for this ever since it happened. I know that you knew what you were doing, because that kid knew that you cheated on a test, and he was going to tell your dad and confronted you about it. Well, Evie comes down and says, hi, this is all fun and games, but Jules is getting a little frustrated, come back up. So they go back up, and Olivia is really drinking a lot, and so Will, being the nice guy, says, let's give you some fresh air, and she says, I'm going to tell Jules, I'm going to tell her everything. And says, the hell you are. Turns out Will is Steven. Will gave her a fake name, and when Olivia took Steven to Jules' party, he saw Jules and said, she's way better for me than this chick. Sent her home, ghosted her, and then when Jules introduced him to Olivia as her fiance, he just straight up didn't even give her the time to tell Jules, and blackmailed her, and was just scum. So Olivia's had enough. Jules comes up and says, Will, I have been trying to get you to cut this cake forever. Come inside right now. So Will goes inside with Jules. Turns out Jules heard that whole thing. She knows now, takes a piece of cake and just slaps him with it. And he laughs it off. Everyone's like, damn. And he goes to the bathroom to clean out his hair. While he's cleaning himself up, the lights go off. And all of a sudden, there's someone shining a flashlight in his face. And he says, whoa, okay, what's happening? And the person says, you off to my little brother. I knew everything. And that's where I'm going to leave you hanging. You can read the book if you want. I think there's a Hulu series coming out about it. Or on our YouTube channel, we give you the whole spiel. There's more characters I left out. There's more details. We spoil the ending, everything. If you want us to spoil more stories, stick around. We're Backwards Book Club. We got you covered.